Oh, like, I don't want the X-Men being too woke. Bro, have you read X-Men?
Dude,
been woke,
you're a fucking idiot. I saw some guy go, well, the X-Men are going woke because the X-Men I know only fought robots and aliens and stuff, and they didn't let politics get involved. And I'm like, motherfucker, who built the robots? And why did they build the robots?
You're a fucking idiot.
If you don't think that God Loves Man Kills isn't just like extremely woke and political book, you're insane.
Well,
you're
I saw someone else go, that doesn't count because I don't like that book and it's bad.
Oh my God. This is why you're stupid.
And today, people, we're back in with another reaction. I mean, we literally recorded the Invincible reaction, which should be out right before this comes out. But
you're a liar.
A trailer for X-Men 97 dropped last week.
Yup.
And I'm excited. I mean, granted, to be fair, we have watched it already, but I loved it so much that I wanted to do a video about it.
Yeah, fuck you, buddy.
What were you thinking going into this before the trailer dropped? What were your thoughts about it all?
I was honestly super excited because I think it is I think it's like one of the only times I've ever seen a cartoon get like a sequel that's like just a straight up continuation of the original series, because they usually just do like, we're gonna do a live action adaptation of the X-Men 97 cartoon, and then you're like, what the fuck are you doing that? But I'm very happy that it's getting a sequel. It's straight up. I mean, I don't want to, you know, I've already seen the trailer, but we're gonna react to it. But based off the trailer, it's like a direct sequel. They're keeping a lot of shit that happened in the 97 show, like Professor X is fucking dying. You know what I mean? But I'm excited to see where it goes. I think the voice cast is stacked so far, and I like the original voice cast, and I'm glad they got a lot of those people back. So.
Yeah, that's the thing that like kind of grabbed my attention about it. The fact that they're continuing the story from where they left off back in 97, which is great. Also the fact that, you know, the art style is pretty much, they're trying to keep it as like close to that iconic art style as possible, obviously because of modern technology and advancements in animation. So it looks a lot cleaner, which is great. And the fact that like a lot of the voice cast from the full, to be fair, a lot of the voice casts that are still with us, so obviously, you know, like some of them have passed away. There are either reprising their roles, like reprising their characters, or are in the show but have small limited roles as other characters outside of, like, you know, the main X-Men roster. So that really intrigued me.
Hey, that's pretty good.
I mean, I'm excited. I mean, I grew up watching the X-Men animated series reruns on Jetix when I was a child. So I didn't watch all of it. I just watched it whenever it was on TV. So but I enjoyed it. I mean, that show gave me a love. That show introduced me to Gambit, and Gambit's my favorite X-Men character of all time. So yeah, it's as a place, and I feel like most of nerds' hearts who are at least alive to watch it, you know?
Watch the series finale of X-Men next Saturday morning. Check your local listings.
I'm grateful to have the chance.
Love the whole VHS and the VHS vibe that they're doing. It's so cool.
Yeah. X-Men.
Fate lies in our hands now. Now.
Marvel animation. Also interesting.
We have to stay vigilant.
Oh, the
professor entrusted us with his dream.
No matter how dark it is, we must believe in each other.
We get this done by working together as a team.
Jeez, Thub, keep buzzing in my ear.
Storm's so hard. He's so dope in this. Bishop!
Heads up!
Let's go. Yo, when I saw this, I lost it.
It's so cool, dude.
My X-Men.
Oh! Let's go!
Magneto, the last will and testament of Charles Xavier. Everything he built now belongs to me.
I kind of like the animation style. The cell shaded kind of replicant of the 90s style is a little funky, but like I think it works a little bit.
I mean, I think that they're pretty much doing a route where it's like a combination of just 3D and 2D animation.
Yeah,
and they drop the frame rate a little bit, you know, to give it kind of like a vintage kind of like look to it. I think it works. I mean, it works. Yeah, and plus the character designs are still the same exact character design with obviously with a few tweaks. It still is recognizable. But okay, yeah, this is like that style. This is like that style, like the '90s X-Men. I mean, so it works.
I always fuck when Magneto leads the X-Men. I love it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm always hyped when he. And they got long hair Magneto, so it's exactly like the fucking.
Bro, it's the Magnus version of Magneto. Like I love that.
It literally is. Magnus, when he was leading the X-Men, he had the long hair. He had like the cut off fucking like top and everything. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I'm wondering. Here's my only thing: is this going to be like marketed towards the kids who watch the '90s show, or are they going to try to do this as like the '90s show for kids now? Do you know what I mean? Like, my question is that is it going to be marketed towards kids or adults? That's my thing.
What are you doing?
I've actually never thought about that because I only was thinking I only thought about it as like like this is for like the '90s fans of like the who watched the show back in the day. I didn't really think about the kids, to be honest with you.
Man, fuck them kids, bro.
Spectacular Spider-Man, Avatar: The Last Airbender, even X-Men '97. Really great shows, but they still are Saturday morning kid cartoons. You know what I mean? Like they're still they're still marketed towards kids. They're still very much kid and teen focused. Or is this going to be straight up like an adult animated TV show that's like, you know, something more serious, something more along the lines of like an anime that you'd watch? You know what I mean?
I gotcha. Because like they can incorporate like heavy themes into it, but they could still advertise it as kids, like how you said Avatar: The Last Airbender and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I hope it's both. I mean, they could easily do it as both, you know.
A few moments later.
Yeah, they're gonna incorporate like some heavy themes into it. Like you got like especially here where we see it looks like Magneto like at the UN.
Yeah. Look, he's got the fucking Magnus suit on. He's got the purple shit on. My boy's rocking it. Look at him. You see him at the UN over there?
Yeah. So yeah. It could go either way in my opinion. But yeah, man. I mean, granted, this entire trailer doesn't really give us much. It sets up the vibe what the show's like, the tone of what the show's supposed to be like, and what we're getting ourselves into. And I'm liking it. I mean, I was wondering what this was. I was like, is this like Genosha or like I don't remember what it was because you see like statues of like Magneto and Professor X. I'm like, what is this? I guess it's interesting. You know, obviously we have like Jubilee's back, which is great.
I love
and all that. And I think. Yeah, because Jubilee is what made the show back in the day. You know, like Jubilee got a huge audience because of the '97 show. You know, so
yeah. But, and also, I'm like, I'm glad that she's back. I know. What is it? I know Cable's coming back. I know.
I don't know about that.
They're getting Cable, Emma Frost, Sebastian Shaw, and Bolivar Trask. I know are coming back.
Sweet.
I'm pretty sure they're also doing. Forge is also in it.
I'll give my boy Bishop, and
Bishop.
Again,
fuck yeah.
The fact that Bishop's in here. Again, I think I told you, but like my two favorite X-Men characters are Gambit and Bishop. So like, I mean, my
you just love. I mean, I was gonna say you love your blue energy, your purple energy, pink energy blast type deal, but like, now that I think about it, like most X-Men have pink energy blast. Like even fucking Cyclops. I don't know why they gave all the X-Men pink, but it's kind of sick.
Yeah, and look, he's in this like classic like '90s outfit. I love it. It's so dope.
Real quick, this is super important. Did you see them calling like all the right wing grifters saying the X-Men has gone woke because Morph is now non-binary?
You're a donut! You're so stupid!
Yeah. I thought, yeah, like he's pretty much non-binary, but like I was like, bro, shut up. I mean, like it's a guy who really shapeshifts all the time. Like
he doesn't have a gender.
Just to go back to what you were saying about the complaints with Morph, I just noticed it just now. But like, why are people mad? Because like, Morph he looks like classic Morph here in this club scene. That's literally what he used to look like. So it's not like they're throwing that away, you know?
Yeah. And like, now they just made him look more like, it's made Morph look like the Age of Apocalypse version, which arguably is a cooler version, honestly.
2 hours later.
It's kind of a hot take, but like when I was watching the show as a kid, I did not like the way Wolverine sounded, and this was before like Wolverine the X-Men. Like I thought his voice was like, okay, if a man was like smoking like 12 packs a day and at the same time was getting his balls slowly gripped by a vice grip, slowly. Because like he always sounded like super.
You just described Wolverine's character.
Yeah,
he's in constant pain and he constantly smokes and is awake for like 12 days straight.
Yeah,
it's just like,
like the moment you hear that, like they shine the example of like me now, like being every time hearing the voice, I'm like, ugh, when you hear this man go, "This one is for you, Morph." I'm just like, just like, what?
Because my issue with Wolverine adaptations is. I love Steve Blum. I love his voice. I love Hugh Jackman. I love his look and the way he portrays Wolverine. Is that ever since Hugh Jackman got cast, they've been making Wolverine too hot. Wolverine, Steve Blum's voice, he plays him like a hot dude. You know what I mean? He plays him like like I'm a man and I fuck women and I'm hot. You know what I mean? Like he plays him like that, and it's like cool, but like. Cal Dodd was the only person to get that this dude is a 4'3" fucking animal. You know what I mean? Like, he drinks like 80 beers a day. He's awake for like 8 days straight. He's murdered 10,000 people and he hates everyone. You know what I mean? And he's just constantly just like, fuck you, dude. And I'm like, he gets it.
But like, I will, just to finish my point, I was going to say, I do like Wolverine's voice in here. Like, I feel like it's a lot more cleaner. It's a lot more coherent. So that's why I'm liking it a lot more than the original. And I even told my boy that I was talking to, I was like, bro, don't act like the Wolverine voice back then was like perfect, because it wasn't. But like,
no,
you know,
that was my entire point, is that it wasn't perfect, and that's why I liked it, because I'm like, yeah, he sounds a little fucked up, just like a 200-year-old mutant would sound if he just was like spent all his days like killing.
Cyclops. I know how you feel about it, Wolverine, but... You know nothing, little man.
You got knocked the fuck out!
But yeah, like, just the money shot over here, bro. I hope we get to see more of this, like, this Ultimate Alliance shit, where we get to see them just come... Like, dude, it literally...
Ultimate Alliance shit.
He gives him a piggyback ride, and then charges his claws up.
That's cool. That's cool.
The thing is, like, it makes no sense. It's kind of stupid, but it's awesome.
Yeah, it's like that would probably blow up his fucking claws. A, B, I mean, I guess Wolverine could take it because the kinetic blast that it would create would just be so fucked. That Wolverine would just be taken out of the fight for the rest of the duration, because he'd just be But it looks cool, so I'm gonna allow it.
But I saw on IG someone put in the comments, yo, instead of giving us the fastball special, they gave us the Bourbon Street Boom. I was like, let's go.
Oh, that's so good.
Boring.
Yeah, bro. I was like, I love that. That's so sick. But yeah, I hope we get to see more of, you know, the X-Men, like, you know, characters like kind of like combining their powers together in unison in some way. That'd be really awesome. Marvel Animation is their new the new heading that they're doing, right? So do you think that, you know, we're gonna either potentially, are they just gonna be using that for, like, you know, some of their MCU related projects, or are you just gonna think, okay, they're using Marvel Animation banner to tell other stories outside of the MCU canon, like even maybe more continuations of shows that people like from back in the day. I don't know what your thoughts on that.
Yeah, no, I had the same thought where I was like, well, I mean, they could. I see it as them doing. That's going to just be their new heading for new animated shows that are not MCU, I think. Because if they're never going to directly cross over with the MCU, then I think they're going to call it Marvel Animation. But if it's going to be like something like What If, that's probably crossed over with the MCU, then they're probably just going to call it Marvel Studios.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Well, granted, I'm just happy that like they're bringing that banner back because we haven't seen them refer them to that banner used.
Yeah,
in a long time.
I'm glad they're bringing banners back to differentiate, because I'm like, listen, if you're gonna put out this much shit, at least differentiate it for people who just want to watch the main shit. You know what I mean? So like that's why I'm glad they're bringing back Marvel Spotlight, which I'm like, cool, that's an actual comic book series.
Exactly.
You just had this great idea like 15 years into your universe. The fuck.
Exactly.
Yeah, and Marvel Animation differentiating it from shit that's actually going to cross over, because I hope they do continuations and shit. That's just stuff that's never going to cross over. That's more of just like, hey, we just wanted to continue telling like the fucking Hulk story. You know what I mean? From the 90s Hulk animated show. And then guess what? They adapt Immortal Hulk, and then I get to cry on screen to an animated Hulk. Fuck yeah, dude.
Why isn't Rogue thick no more? Why?
They got rid of all the horny people off the animating staff, so we're fucked.
Bro. Rogue is a Southern belle. We all know, but she be eating her grits. Come on now. Come on, Marvel.
Just a bowl of grits walking. Like, it's ridiculous. My Lord have mercy. Southern style.
Have you seen those images of like stuff of them comparing like Storm?
When it's Apocalypse standing over. Did you see the one where it was Apocalypse standing over? It was that screenshot. It was Apocalypse standing over Rogue, and it was her ass, and everyone's like, they didn't make her thick. And then I saw someone switch it, so then it was Rogue standing above, and then Apocalypse was on the ground with a thick ass, and they're like, I fixed it for you too. And then I saw someone else. Someone did a third one where it was Rogue turned around with a thick ass, and then Apocalypse also on the ground with a thick ass, and they were like, just make them all thick. That's amazing. The answer.